Good evening. Welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show with your host, Gary Brodsky. GaryBrodsky.com, OccultForce.com, BrainTrainPower.com. And tonight we're going to talk about the mind. How to use it to get pretty much anything you want. It's a pretty broad subject. I was making the point, and I'll make it again for those of you who've heard it the first time. People think it's what you think about all the time. If that were the case, hypochondriacs would be dropping dead all the time because they believe that they're ill. So why don't they get sick? What is the missing element? It's not a quiz question. I will tell you the answer. You need a third-party backup, and that's why people do need people. And what I mean by third-party backup is, and this has been done, this is an experiment run by MK Ultra, MK Naomi, and MK Delta. For those of you who don't know, those are 3 units of the Central Intelligence Agency that run experiments on people, not giving a fuck what the results are. Okay? So I'll explain it thus. You can believe you have this, you have that, but in reality, you probably don't believe it yourself. And it's very hard to talk yourself into it. But not impossible. And I know I asked this question last week, but you know people who have actually gotten ill and you get pissed off at them. Why? Because you know they got ill on purpose. Happens all the time. I'm jumping around here tonight because I do that. Now, back to the MK Delta, MK Naomi, MK Ultra experiment. That was done. And this killed people. I'm really happy about that. They had some doctor, they paid him off, they threatened his life, however they works. And so listen, you're going to tell this guy he's sick. They tell the guy was terminally ill, and they made up diseases that didn't exist. Now, when these experiments ran, they didn't have Google back then, or YouTube to go check stuff out. You basically got a diagnosis from a doctor. They tap your phone. So you go for a second opinion, huh? Guy was headed off, went there, said, oh, you're dying. Usually within 9 weeks, with the actual funny because there's no number of deaths in the occult, the guy died. Sometimes having no symptoms, they told him he's dying, he died. That is both your strength and your weakness. Is third-party intervention. And I'll show you how you can do it yourself as well. But when you hear it from somebody else, and that's why I have BrainTrainPower.com, you might want to check that out. Everything is on sale right now there, and it works. If somebody tells you something over and over again, you've heard this as you were a kid, you're going to believe it and you're going to become it. And that happens all the time. And I'll tell you just why it's important to have positive reinforcement. Number one, if you want to succeed at anything, you're going to have to dump the negative people out of your life, which I have done. Yeah, I pretty much, I'm trying to think, no, they're all gone. Don't hate them, don't harbor any, just get rid of them. Next, take a pen, paper, doesn't matter what color pen, what color paper. And you're going to have to forgive everybody. Because otherwise you're carrying around bitter hatred. They're killing you. People you hate are killing you because you're letting yourself poison yourself. And the big one is, have any idea? Talking to yourself. Now this is all explained on a lot of audio programs at GaryBrodsky.com. Brain Train Power. Now I'll tell you how that started because it's a fascinating story. Kind of bizarre, but fascinating, so pay attention. I have a friend, you might know him, Scott. He's been on some of my shows, on the radio show, some of the webinars. And we worked out an experiment. And this was the genesis of the whole program. And this was being done just for fun. As many things in life, I get in there by accident. This was an accident that happened to prove out very well. And I said, hey, help me run this experiment. He goes, what do I got to do? I said, just simple. I'm going to make a repetitive audio for you. That's going to be, there's a little 5 minutes right now. And it said this. I'm giving you the shortened version right here. Every woman you meet wants to have crazy, perverted sex with you. And also, I add a lot more. Your subconscious mind believes it and accepts it, and you cannot fight this. He listens for about 2 days to it. That was about 2 years ago. To this date, every woman he meets, in fact, I can't even get him on the phone. He's tied up, and I mean tied up, wants to have perverted sex with him. And I know this sounds crazy because, you can use this for healing. I have it all on braintrainpower.com. You might want to visit that. But he's saying to me, I can't even take an elevator ride if there's a woman in there because she wants to have sick, perverted sex. I can't even get out of my building. Now, he had a couple of clients he took to a ball game, went to go buy some frankfurters or whatever, hot dogs, soda, whatever. And some girls, 2 of them, said, hey, you want to have some wild, perverted sex? They were coming out of the woodwork. And he was telling me about this. He said, hey, I can't get my business done. I can't get anything done. I said, well, do you want me to make a custom audio to get rid of that? It's like, well, let's not rush to things. And to this date, everywhere he goes, and he just magnetizes it. And that's why I want to just tell you about how Brain Train Power, which is at braintrainpower.com. If you hear it enough times, you'll believe it. And also we have Power Self-Talk at GaryBrodsky.com. Be More of a Man, How to Raise Your Testosterone. I am getting so much good feedback on that one. So a lot of those today, by the way. It all works. I mean, it shows you how to stand, sit, and it just builds testosterone. And we're breaking a record here tonight in viewers. Okay, let's see if there's any questions. This is Gary Brodsky. Now, how did you say that like that? For no apparent reason. Okay. No questions. But that will work. And that is on sale now. And now all the questions come in. Sure, yeah. One of the pickup artists just sent me an email. One of those bullshit PUAs. They're really getting on my nerves. Really getting on my nerves. Oh, if you want to reach me, by the way, a lot of new people here. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. I'm there right now. And pretty much almost any time. So we're talking about how to program the mind. Because I have one called positive self-talk. You're going to be talking to yourself every waking hour of every moment. Do you tell yourself good things or bad things? Do you go into victim mode or conquest mode? Well, how you talk to yourself is what you're going to experience next week. I have many battles to fight and I will come out victorious. I know it. I have accepted that and I have battered my subconscious mind to the point where there's no choice. Now, here's a little bit on how the mind works. You hear it enough times, you believe it. History is written with, unfortunately, the bad aspects of that. Some of the good too, as well. But the subconscious mind does not know truth from fiction, like many of the women viewers out there, just being funny, okay? It does not know the difference between truth and fiction. You put bullshit in, bullshit will operate. Every time you say, oh man, this is killing me, it's killing you. Watch every word you say. And you got to be really careful about this. Oh man, this is giving me a headache. You're going to have a headache. Now, I guarantee you I can show you how to get a cold. Think back. The last cold you had. Somebody cursed you out, put you down, or demeaned you. Little hurts create colds. Not going in the water and not going outside without a jacket. That doesn't do it. But what does do it? What, is the main reason people catch colds. And I'm a victim of this myself. All you gotta do is sit down next to somebody who has a cold and believe you can catch it, and your mind say, okay, if that's what you believe, that's what you get. Okay, let's see if there's any questions now with all these people here. Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. Very quiet night. Everyone else at BrainTrainPower.com, amping themselves up, getting reinforcement, because positive reinforcement works. Oh, you have no idea how well it works. It's got every program in there, how to be more popular, how to pick up women, great sexual performance, and you can fight it all you want. You hear it enough, you will become it. Okay, thank you for the pictures. Okay. They're at it again. I would love to play some songs, show how songs program you, but there's a guy who actually watches the show. He's one of the viewers. Not today, tomorrow on YouTube. That's going to say he used the copywritten song and write all sorts of letters. That's what he does. So there's no music tonight. Well, I have a few non-copywritten songs, but it's not important. But you become what you hear. In fact, a Chinese emperor, I forgot his name, had taken 4 sections of a town and had listed 4 different types of music. In those 4 areas, they developed 4 distinctly different personalities. Some are peaceful, some are warlike, and it's all explained on Power Self-Talk, and the new one, Be More Man. Works for women too, by the way. But now this new audio I have out that is right up there on the audio button for audio programs at GaryBrodsky.com. Words that would get you laid. I know that sounds a little crazy to say that, but it's absolutely a proven fact. And if you don't think it works, you don't have the program. Because once you hear it, it's like, wow, there are magic words. Why? People think in words, people think in symbols, and it's all there. And I don't know why it's not selling off the shelves. Well, it's basically an audio. It doesn't really have a shelf, but you know what I'm talking about. Now, I hope there's some questions. I'm still having to kick some asses around here. Not worth this fucking thing. Questions are coming. That's a big fucking question here. From Dr. A. How you doing, Doc? How you doing? Good. I was at the gym yesterday on a free trial. I walked, there was this jerk off looking at me from the treadmill. Well, just love that. I shrugged it off. I see him and ask him to spot me, but in this whiny, nasally voice, he whines, "You're going to hurt yourself with that much weight." I told him to fuck right off. I do some curls, about 95 pounds each arm. That's pretty damn fucking good. He comes back, "You didn't pay your membership." I'm telling the owner, "Oh man, you got one of the real ones." I looked at him and said, "I'll take care of this. Hold this for me, will you?" He sticks his hand out. I put on the 95-pound dumbbell in his hand. The fucking jerk falls to the ground. I couldn't help but laugh when it happened. That's funny stuff. And I get that all the time. But now I found a crew I can work out with. I like those guys. Come on, one more. Some of you get a little crazy. And then you get these nuts in the gym. Because I found a really good crew of people to work out with. The guys like this. Come on, it's all you. And you're not even at the bench yet. But then again, you probably know this, Dr. A. If you have the right spotter, you can lift more weight. There it is again, the third-party reinforcement. Okay. I will take care of it. And yeah, everything is going out this week. The boxes came today. I don't know how Amazon works. Not Amazon. Well, Amazon, gives we buy boxes from Amazon. They don't come from Amazon, so we couldn't send them out without the boxes. But everything is shipping out this week. There's nothing you can't get on Amazon except the stuff I have. And also, as far as bodybuilding goes, as you can see, yeah, the DHEA and the Alpha Boomerang at GaryBrodsky.com drop-down menu supplements does work. I know because everybody knows when I was using it right. More aggressive, more, there's two principles, they both work. One is behavior drives biology, that's absolutely true. And the other is biology drives behavior. When you can get that down to a science, you've got the world. Okay, doesn't know our email address. Questions, Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. And hit me on Facebook. How do I send a question? I don't like the Facebook on this. I'm lucky I got this far. I updated the phone, it couldn't work. I had to go out for outside help. This is not my field of expertise. But let's talk about the mind again. Talking to yourself is important. Beethoven, Bach, a lot of the greatest minds in the world, Henry Ford, they talk to themselves. Abraham Lincoln talked to himself. Why talking to yourself? Why does it work? Well, first of all, I don't recommend doing it on subways or trains when you're alone. Because when you're thinking it, it's one thing. But when you're saying it, it's another. And then you're hearing it, you're adding more power to amp up the subconscious mind. Very simple, explained in detail. But I do recommend the braintrainpower.com. And if anybody's used it, please let me know at GaryBrodsky123 at AOL.com. The blood moon. What do I think about the blood moon? Well, it says the moon will turn red as blood, the sky as black as sackcloth, and the end will come like a thief in the night. Hopefully, that's not this blood moon. And if it is, I should have racked up some more credit. What's really interesting about those doomsday sites, and I listen to a lot of them, the world is ending. But did you ever catch this on them? The world is about to end. We're all about to be killed. But right now you can order these life extension products. Now you would think they'd be selling liquor, hookers, So, you have to take it with a grain of salt. I noticed that a lot of the shows, oh my God, the world's about to end. You don't know, you have weeks, maybe a month to live. The market's going to crash. We're going to be in the streets. We're going to be fighting for food. But if you get this Mega Plus now, you can extend your years. Well, you should spend hours with the, where they talk. But I found if you stay away from that, it's always good to be informed. But then again, it's not good to be a junkie for depressing news. But when you realize it's just the depressing news, a lot of it is, most of it is true. Understand how, hey, we are human beings. We have been fighting for survival since the beginning. So if there's a fight, let them bring it on. The whole thing is not to say, oh my God, the world is, and it is, in bad shape. I better hide under my desk. I remember that in school. Instead, it's like, well, bring on the fight. I'm going to die standing up. I'm not going to die on my knees. No, or in fear. Junius, how you doing? Great to see you. Hello, Gary Junius here. I just said that. Are there any occult fortune-telling methods? Well, I wouldn't call it fortune-telling. It's called divination. And yes, I do tarot cards, and I do the shells. And what's really scary about it, and I was thinking of putting it out on the site and doing some of those readings with people, is it tells the truth. And I don't know what's going to come up. But sometimes unpleasant stuff is going to happen in somebody's life, and I don't like to say it. I actually used to do tarot readings for people and shell readings, which is done in Santeria and Kimbanda and stuff like that. And I would do reading, and I would see some bad stuff happen to me personally. Go, no, I'm just not getting it tonight. Forget it. But I am thinking of doing it, and once I do it, it's it's going to say it's the truth whether you like it or not. And the tarot was actually invented by anybody know by who invented the tarot? Who created it? Okay, we'll let this question go for 5 minutes. See who, and no Googling it because you're gonna get all sorts of answers. I know the truth. Okay, something here from my friend Chris. Hi, Chris. On doomsday sites. Personally, I can't stand doomsayers threatening the end of the world. If they're so adamant about the world ending, they should get a gun, and as long as they do it functions, stick the barrel in their mouth and pull the trigger. Hey, they were right. The world would end. Oh wait, Obama's trying to take the guns away. I have a saying about guns. Let's see if this one will get me into trouble. When the government says you don't need an AK-47 or an AR-15, that's when you need an AK-47 or an AR-15. Okay, from the occult point of view, blood moons are a great time to do rituals. Fantastic time. You know what the most common word in the Bible is? Well, first let me ask the other question. Moses invented the tarot cards. It is a pictogram of basically, I mean, I could show you ways, I gotta do a private webinar on this or whatever, that you could tell. I have some of the occult webinars. You gotta look from there right on the opening page, GaryBrass.com, of how you could tell the truth from fiction. And, if anybody wants to help me with this experiment right now, I will show you how to do it. I'm giving away the store here, so I suggest you have to, somebody buy something, I'll tell you. How about that? Tarot, Moses, you're right. I know this gentleman, and he did not Google it. Moses invented it. He invented the beginning of the Bible, the first 5 books. What, the tarot was a joke card game for kids? Now I always play tarot, poker with a tarot deck. I won $50. 2 guys died. It happens, okay? Let's get a laugh track for this show. I know because this guy does not. He's an honorable man, and everybody watches this so far from all the messages they get are honorable people, and that's nice to see. Respect, bring it back. This is the world today. Pretty good, huh? All right, it's soda break time. I'm going to have some music for you. Don't forget, while this break is happening, is your chance to go to Brodsky.com, of course, and braintrainpower.com while it's on sale and grab whatever you can. It's going to work. If not, you know the deal. You know the deal. Your money back, plus if it doesn't work, we give you the knife to cut it off with. Now that's the kind of deals nobody offers. Okay, quick soda break, hit up the sites, and I will be right back. If you watch this on YouTube later, I'm still taking a break. Go to braintrainpower.com. There's a sale right now. GaryBrodsky.com. Pick up some audios. It's going to change your life for the better. That's what I live to do for other people. trip. I forgot the last question I asked. But then again, I do that sometimes. All right. I had two questions. Who invented the tarot? That was Moses. And anybody know the second question? Because I forgot it, but I had the answer. I just don't have the question anymore. This shit happens, you know. I know when I was younger, I went out to walk the dog in bitter cold. I put on this, put on, it was like 7 below. You know, my hat, my this, my boots. Went out, had the leash in my hand, forgot the fucking dog. Hey, I will take care of this. Thank you so much for the. Can you send it again? Because once I open it, Alec, and I apologize for this, it gets deleted. So please send it again, but do not open, and I will take care of it first thing in the morning. Because once I open it, it's gone. I don't have it anymore. I don't know how to store messages. But do not open. It'll be in my mailbox first thing in the morning. Please resend it. I want to take care of this. Yeah, I was watching one of my muted out videos because I use a song. And they're pretty good. They sound like that. You know, it's kind of like, you know. Because I like to play songs, but you deal, you have to play the hand you dealt. Now, what makes a man? The toys he has. That's why I have one of these. And these are illegal to carry. They're okay to keep in your home. And I don't want any more emails where I get one of these. This is the one I carry out with me. This is legal in the street. Of course, now it's going to give me some problems. Oh, sorry. This is like a razor and it opens just as fast as a switchblade, only it doesn't have spring action. So one more time. Boom. I'm ready for business. People go, do you know how to use that? Yeah, like this, like this. Yeah, I can also do that, all right? I was doing a show once, I dropped one right into my foot. So I'm going to close this. But it's by the toys we have or the things that we keep, and they are trying to really kill masculinity. And that's why, if you're the masculine guy today, you'll get all the women in the world. So I do recommend, with all my emphasis, the new audio program, Magic Words That Will Seduce Women, because they will. Doesn't even matter if you have that fucking voice, it's going to work. And be more man. It'll raise your testosterone. My testosterone levels are off through the fucking roof. Why? Because I learned this stuff. I spent my life researching it. Do not open. Okay, I'm not going to open. But Genius William has one that you can't. Oops, said your last name. Sue me if you want. Oh no, you've been a guest on my show. How to get abs. You mentioned last week. Started working 2 days later. I've seen the results and I've been getting better and better day after day. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks to you. By the way, that's on Be More of a Man, is how to get abdominals. And it requires no exercise, no equipment, no special diet. Want to know how to get abs? Want to get rid of your belly fat? Sounds like a commercial, right? Well, it is. Be More Man. And women, this will work for you too. You don't have to have a piece of equipment I can do while sitting right here, and you won't even know I'm doing it. Nothing to hook up, nothing. But it works, and it costs absolutely nothing but the knowledge. And that's right there on Be More Man at GaryBrodsky.com. somebody does not know how to get on the show, well, that's their loss. What can I tell you? Soda break time. Okay, different song. Na, 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 na. Good questions came in. Can you tell us about your new occult products? Yeah, this one I had to put on GaryBrodsky.com because I couldn't get in the back room of the occult force. But this is a 7 Powers Makuto made by the real guys. Put it in your pocket because I carry mine, except when I'm doing the show, because we only have to see this. And you have more power. Not that you don't have a lot of personal power now. You do, but you can always add on. I grew up in the 70s generation. You get a really good car. It works great, but you want Series 60s tires, cherry bomb headers, and all the stuff that you can add on. Why? More power. Everybody wants more power. So they're for sale now, GaryBrodsky.com, and these work. These are not, you don't have them on the shelf. You're going to have to wait like a week to get them, maybe a week and a half. Because the people who make these, make them per individual. It's like I have anything on the rack. The occult stuff takes a little time to make because it's made to actually work. On my book, How to Use the Powers of Darkness, there are reviews on that book. And my favorite review is this: the stuff works, but the guy's an asshole for putting this stuff out. Because the stuff works. All right, coming around the final bend here. Oh, no questions, eh? But you will become how you act, how you believe, and how you talk to yourself, more important than anything else. But getting third-party intervention makes a difference. If a guy in a suit says, when I was younger, we were doing some bad shit. It's kind of funny, just off the beaten path there. And you see the doorbell ring. You say, oh shit, there's 2 guys in suits out there. We gotta answer the door anyway, right? Who's there? Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, thank God, it's you guys. We once invited them in. Said, sit down. I said, where do we go from here? I said, we don't know. We never got this far. Long story. But, you know, they have guys in suits telling you stuff. And I always hear this, when I put on a suit, people take me more serious. And that is true, but I just don't play that shit. Which is better, Shungite or the 7 Powers? Shungite is healing. It's been used for the Egyptians forever. The 7 Powers covers every aspect of human endeavor. But if you just want healing, the Shungite is more powerful. If you want to really express personal power, the 7 Powers, I would go with that one. Because it works. If it doesn't work, here's my deal to you. Keep it. And just request a refund. Say, it's not working for me, please refund it. So, okay, testimonials. Wow, a lot of questions just snuck in here. Wow. Masculinity and self-defense, I think the 2 go hand in hand. Ladies who are watching, if your boyfriend, husband does not know how to throw a punch, pull a trigger, guess what? You got a girlfriend. According to the Criminal Code of Canada, it is legal to even conceal a pocket knife or defend yourself. All you can say is, what a bunch of bullshit. It's too bad the fucking bleeding hearts that run the nanny state, don't seem to realize that the criminals don't give a shit about the law. Oh, they count on that. They're going to break it anyway. Hold on. Okay, got it. Oh, disappeared. It's back. One thing they need to do is step up and drive the morons out of trying to run a country like a kindergarten class. It's insulting that some dumbass politicians think I know better than I do. Oh, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. But they want it. They want the criminals to have the weapons. Why? So you can ask for more police protection, which means more oppression. They've worked this system too many times. We are not going to fall for it again. Hey, Derek, long time. How you doing? Great to see you. What do women think if they have a nerd or a beta son? Are they embarrassed by that? No, and it's not their fault. Women appeal to the beta stuff in guys. They do have, people say women aren't sensitive. They have a different type of sensitivity than men. So women actually appreciate beta behavior in their kids. They're good in school. They don't make trouble. They don't have problems. So yeah, by that, they don't see a guy, a male child, as this guy's got to make money. This guy's got to get laid. No, they want to take care of him. They want to coddle him, which is good. If there's a father in the house, which is very rare these days, because actually it's the best of both worlds. So, okay, I heard a woman have a joke game called Kill, Marry, or Fuck, and they size up guys like some woman would want nerds killed. Thanks, Derek. Thank you, Derek. That was pretty good. All right, here's a testimonial. And Danny, how you doing? Thank you for the testimonial. Can you please send it again if you can? And I won't open it. I'll use it in my next mailing. The body language audios are the most essential alongside the way to talk with power audio. They have worked great for me in many, many situations. And here's an example. Recently, the new principal in my school banned eating in classrooms. But with bodybuilding, I have to eat, so fuck it. I have used the body language tips for a while now and get completely different treatments. Not a single word from anybody about eating in class. There are more results, but this is the one I really like. Nobody will fuck with you if you follow the body language audio. It sends specific messages. Danny, thank you so much for the testimonial. And everybody else, GaryBrodsky.com is the only place to get it. 7 powers, I would recommend that. You feel it immediately. The other one keeps you healthy. This will keep you healthy too. It's just really, these little things. People just today, they just don't have any personal power. They want the government to control their minds. That's why we have all these problems out there now. Oh, we're getting late in the show. Time for another cigarette break and some soda. So back to the song, back to the soda, back to the cigarette. Yeah! David, my old friend, how you doing? Great to see you here. My old friend. Your website went exclusive. Nice. Thank you. And by the way, you do not have to pay to be a member. You can join membership for free. It's just that the stuff that will not allow me to post stuff on Google AdWords, anything else, is hidden. So you can sign up and be a member for free. You do not have to pay. For those of you who think you do, now you know you don't. But otherwise, I can't advertise. And I can't make a living. I can't be here. Or my next show will be coming from the park. So understand that you do not have to spend a nickel. This is a private club which has the real stuff. Okay, back to your question. Sorry about interrupting, David. On political correctness, which is one of my favorite subjects, I think it's really great how Trump has been pulling no punches in his campaign. He doesn't have to be politically correct to rock the vote, David. You know, I'll tell you one thing about Trump. I love him. I think he's great. Everything he says, I agree with. But the scary thing is, think about this. People go, if he's for real. Now, if they have to say if he's for real in an election, something is wrong, okay? But hopefully I am wrong and I eat my words. I'll eat my hat, I'll eat your hat, you send over the hats, I'll eat them. It's going to be Hillary and Jeb Bush. And I really hope I'm wrong. I always say this, elections are the illusion of free choice. But if it's landslide, they can't stop it. And let's hope it is. Because I just ordered it now. Let's Make America Great Again hat. That should do it. Okay, let's get into some last and final questions as the show rounds itself off to a close. Use your mind as everybody's testimonials are coming in here. Try the braintrainpower.com, $10 a program. That's not going to last for a long time. And all the other audios, power self-talk, how to be more man. It's important. Power posture, all the power and strength ones. And this guy keeping his lunchroom, you can do whatever you want if you know how to sit, if you know how to talk, and if you know how to carry yourself. It's really some great information on there. Well worth the price of admission. If I must say so myself. So as we come to the close, don't forget, hit up those sites, braintrainpower.com, occultforce.com, and your favorite site, and mine, GaryBrodsky.com. I just have to say one thing, okay? Yeah, I know. I know. I will definitely label it as that. All right, we got some serious questions coming in. Hi, Gary. Another note. George Orwell has recently become one of my favorite authors since he despised totalitarianism, which, taking away self-defense, would become the mercy of criminals. When this happens, people become more dependent on the police, and when this happens, the government funds become more strained. Absolutely true. Cops then rely on bribes from criminals who then won't bite the hand that feeds them. It's a vicious cycle, which is why I am pro-self-defense, pro-alpha male, pro-gun, etc. You have to be. You know, if they take away the guns and the shit hits the fans, give me a bat or a butcher's knife, I'll give you all the guns you want. Or die trying. We're going to die anyway. We may as well live. And I'll tell you something else. What the New World Order wants is you to be miserable, unhappy, on antidepressants, not dating, not romancing. That's why they're attacking the alpha male. You do that and you stick it to them good. Derek. Do women change the older they get? Everybody changes the older they get. Do they stop craving sex once they start menopause? They never stop craving it. I have a hot girlfriend, but she's getting older. She isn't horny as she used to be. Is this common, or do you think the relationship should just become boring now? Oh, after a few years? Wouldn't matter if she was 19 years old. That just happens. That's the way relationships work. it's a different relationship once you know somebody for a long time. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. You can actually be yourself, drop your guard. That's good. And the new is good too. And I always say combine the both. Just don't tell them. Yep, one more question. Now we got a question. Hey, David, thank you. What a good man. All good people here. I was thinking of starting a secret group. Secret societies, they may be good, they may be bad, but they can accomplish a lot. A hell of a lot. And I want to start one that actually does benevolent things and helps people. But it's going to be a secret society. Which, of course, like every secret society, we get a special ring, a badge. No, I'm just kidding. But I do want to start one. Secret societies have always run the world. Why? When I was young, I grew up around a lot of the guys you'd call mafia guys. I adopted their business uniform. A lot of these guys were not geniuses. I'm going to tell you that. Some of them watch the show and they know they're not geniuses. It didn't matter. They were organized, hence the word organized crime. And you don't have to be a genius. If you're organized, you could do anything. So when I was talking about thought, you have to organize your thoughts. There is one thing, and I'll leave you with this, that every wealthy, successful person has. Money. No, I'm just, okay. They write stuff down. Doesn't matter if it's on an index card or whatever, they write stuff down. Napoleon Hill's told you that. Catherine Ann Ponder has told you that. Raymond Charles Barker has told you that. Michael Tessarian has told you that. David Icke has told you that. And now I'm telling you that. I didn't invent it. But I have discovered that it's absolutely true. Okay, a little bit more soda, and we'll go another round. Because I feel like having a cigarette and hanging out with friends. All right, let's get one last good question here while I'm smoking. Question's in before the cigarette is even lit. Wow, that's so nice. Thank you for the show. Thank you so much for that. That really makes the show even, little things like that. This gentleman, has just told me something else about the mind, which I'm glad you just mentioned that. Try going one day appreciating everything. Even guys who screwed you over, whatever. That guy screwed you over, well, he had his own problems. I appreciate the time he spent. That girl fucked me over. Well, she taught me a lot. Spend one day appreciating and with gratitude and watch how your world changes. Instead of complaining to yourself, appreciate everything. Except when you can't find your car keys. That can make you fucking insane. I did this to my brother once. My brother Palehead, you all know him. How people always look in a drawer. It's not in there. They close the drawer. Then 5 minutes later, they open the drawer again. They used to take stuff out. He'd go crazy looking for it. They throw it back in the drawer. He would never notice. And he would just sit there like, I did a lot of crazy things to him. He hadn't talked to me for many years. And I'll tell you why. Everybody likes a good Palehead story. All right, he would use the bathroom. Okay, that's not the whole story. And I had a hair blower on the sink with the wire. The toilet was next to the sink. He was doing number one. Okay, for those adults out there who don't know what number one is, it's pee-pee. And I ran and I slapped the hair blower into the toilet while he was peeing. And the electricity, made an arc. You should have seen his hair was like this. He went nuts, beat the crap out of me. I think he hospitalized me, I don't know. Wild guys when we were younger. I swore I'd never do anything like that again. Apologized up and down. Bought another hair blow and waited. 2 weeks later, slapped it in the toilet, got him again. And since that, they hadn't spoken for many years. We're just establishing contact now. And I don't know if he's watching the show. I hope not, because now they have the circuit breaks, but I still have an older one waiting for him. Okay, so thanks for watching. This show was great. I really enjoyed it. So check out all those websites. Thank you all. Bless you all. Peace, joy, love, romance, prosperity, and everything else good. All on everybody here. Thank you so much. And good night.